The topic for my presentation is the structure and layout of a memo. The first thing that comes in mind is why we are learning the structure and layout of a memo. The answer is for readers' convenience and ease of understanding, and also to convey the idea of a writer in best effective way. To achieve all this, we have to follow a particular set of structure of writing a memo. Going to the first part, we have the heading of a memo, which has to, from, date, and subject. To contains the full name and designation of the person to whom we are sending the memo. From contains the name and designation of the person who is writing and sending the memo. Date contains the date on which the memo is sent, and subject is the most important part of the heading of memo because it gives the brief idea of what memo is all about. So it has to be brief, concise, and not more than few words. For writing the heading of a memo, we have to follow a few instructions. It should be on the top of the page, aligned to the left, and every part of the heading should be in capital letters, and also it should be double spaced. Keeping all these instructions in mind, here is an example in which we have a heading of the memo on the top of the page, left aligned. All of the headings are in capitals and it is double spaced. Next is the body of the memo. So the body of the memo can be divided into 5 sections. The first one is the intention or the opening paragraph. We state the intention of the memo, and we also give an overview of what information we are going to present in the memo. The next paragraph describes the issue and the catalyst behind the release of the memo should be summed up briefly. So the statements used to describe an issue should be short, to the point, and rely heavily on facts. Next to it, we have a discussion paragraph. This paragraph, you need to show your ability to think critically and creatively, because in this paragraph, you give recommendations, suggestions, and future plans on how to resolve the problem or the issues which you have discussed in the earlier paragraph. So this is a paragraph in which you lay out the details, that is the facts, the hypothesis, and the graphs or the statistics that supports the suggestions which you have made. Next to it is a summary paragraph. So summary paragraph is optional. If you have only one page of memo, then you don't need a summary paragraph. But if your memo is more than a page, then you should write a summary highlighting the main points which you have discussed. Writing a summary ensures that the main point does not get lost in the bulk of memo. And the last paragraph is the conclusion paragraph. In this paragraph, you write or you include the things which you want your recipient or the receiver to do. You can also add information that follow up after this memo. So in conclusion, you can, if there is a deadline date or a submission date for a particular report, then you have to mention in this conclusion paragraph. This is a perfect example of a memo. It has a heading section here, and then an opening statement, and then following is the issue part, and then we have the discussion paragraph, and after that we have a little bit of summary which is in bullet points, and at last we have the conclusion. That is all about the structure and layout of a memo, so that we can have the maximum efficiency in conveying the ideas and the suggestions to the recipient in a most effective way. Thank you.